Hi, I'm Rosie.
Yay, I'm back on YouTube.
Welcome to my channel. We're looking to what's going on intuitively in the world, from the political to the personal. I have a Patreon channel linked below, and I do personal readings.
Hi, Rosie. I know we're talking tonight, but I wanted to record this. I was trying to get some rest, and so I thought, well, I'll just go do like a little meditation, just rest. So, as I'm in that state, I saw Joe Biden. And I saw him walk up to a podium, and he was dressed in this slick, he looked amazing, like amazingly sharp and detailed. And like he had his wits about him, just like eloquent is what I want to say. And he walks up to the podium, and he's got those dark glasses on, the sunglasses that they call him, is it Dark Brandon? Is that it? But anyway, gets out onto the podium, and once again, I see the stinger. And basically, so anyway, he gives his speech, tells the nation what's going on. It's the takedown. I'm not going to go into all what he said because I didn't get that. I just got the gist of the story. So after he gives his speech, he basically takes off the sunglasses. The sunglasses referenced the mic drop. Basically, he does a mic drop and walks away. But what it showed me too is that as he was giving that speech, the stinger was just going zzz, 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 zzz. And I got the message, there is no way, standing in that scorpion energy, that he's not going to use that stinger before he goes out. He doesn't care. He's in the last years of his life. Obviously, I'm not just saying that, but that's, probably with his age. He is going to be the hero and save the country. He's not going down without using that stinger. Are you kidding me? He's going, what I heard clearly, he's going out a hero, not a zero. So Joe will go out having been known to save America and pretty much the world. So anyway, I thought that was so cool. Man, I'd love to see that tomorrow, but I know it's not going to be tomorrow. Anyway, I'll talk to you later tonight. Bye.
So this is a message from someone I've known for years. He was a part of the private group, and then he's on YouTube. He's a wonderful person. I think I can say his name is Ted. So, oh, that's why I see his name here. So I just don't want to dox anybody, of course. Right. So, hold on. Okay. So I'm just going to, so he sent me a message. I just wanted to share because one of the things that both Corinne and I love about the response to our videos together are the stories and what is gratifying about it. Even though sometimes people ask, so, do you really believe it? Is this true? Or can you make sure? But I feel like it all started with this feeling that there was something really wrong and getting these messages. And it's so interesting to see how people get messages differently, right? So this is how Spirit communicated with Ted using sports. So okay, so let's see here. And then we're gonna show the message. It's gonna come and I'll read it to you. Okay, so hi Rosie. Wanted to share something that happened to me the day after the election. I was lying in bed at night, completely despondent, thinking about what's next for America, when I heard a voice in my head say, the football game. That was all. What football game? I was thinking, when it suddenly dawned on me. The week before, I watched a football game while visiting my family that had the most miraculous ending I have ever seen in my life. It was between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. The Bears were definitely going to win the game because the only way the Guardians could win was to score a touchdown. And there was only 1 second left in the game. To everyone's shock, Washington threw a Hail Mary pass and won the game. Please note the teams involved. Washington, self-explanatory, and the Bears. The bear is one of the symbols for Russia. Also, please note, I didn't see this while watching the game, that one of the Bears players was taunting the fans seconds before the play, and this was the same player that tipped the ball, causing it to land in the arms of the Washington player. I interpret the fact that I was told to pay attention to the quote unquote football game and the two teams involved as a sign that although all seems lost right now, a miracle will happen at the last second, and perhaps the bragging of the enemy will be the one of the things that causes their own downfall. This all matches with all your conversations with what all your conversations with Corinna are saying. I've included a short video showing you the play I'm talking about. I'd be real interested to hear what you think about this. So I replied and said, "Oh, it's exciting because it matches again what we see, right? So in other words, everybody has a different language, and spirits always speaks in a language that we will understand. So very close to the story of the the GRU versus GRU kind of thing, which is so fascinating. Okay. All right. So just wanted to share. Thank you. Okay. So hi, Rosie. Wanted to share something that happened to me the day after the election. I was lying in bed at night, completely despondent, thinking about what's next for America, when I heard a voice in my head say, the football game. That was all. What football game? I was thinking. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosie and Corina, psychic investigators. Right, Corina? Right, like
Seems that way lately, doesn't it?
so so anyway, so here we are. Today is Monday, November 11th. So we're addressing questions. So today the format is there's one of Corina's visions about Biden, very interesting. Then there's a letter from someone sharing his experience uh, inside using sports. I thought it was quite interesting. And then things that are on the news that we're going to talk about. Okay. So anything do you want to say, Corina, and then we'll get started. Okay.
No, we can get started.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. Okay, so now today's first question. So a lot of people were asking about this. This happened a few days ago. What's the deal? So there's this person in Florida who was arrested. Okay, so his name is Alfie Oakes. So at first when it came out, I had read this part. It says that this one of the law enforcement agencies, DCIS, investigates fraud, bribery, corruption cases, because so it turns out that he has these contracts with the Department of Defense, but it's food related, something like that. So it's not clear to me, although he had a job. I forgot where I read it somewhere that there was a relationship with the GOP. Yes. So that's it. Like I think because we'll figure it out, Quinn. I didn't read much more than that. So I think what we're doing is just right. Like,
Yeah, because I have no idea who this is or anything.
that's right. Me neither. So other than that, he's okay. So what is it? So the question, because I don't think we want to spend a lot of time. If it's not election related, then right, there's
Exactly.
Okay.
There's no use.
So let's ask, what is the deal with the raid on MAGA GOP Alfie Oakes in Florida? Is this election related? Let's see. Okay, it's so weird. I still have my eyes closed. I see these pings and then it shows space. I had not seen, I don't think seen in visions the satellite thing before, but
No,
there's something, it feels like, yes, there's part of it is this DoD contract, but then I see the pinging and like it's almost as if that area where it is, there's a connection to this weird satellite station, something that
Mhm.
is not that it is related to. So, and it's saying it tells me because I remember when I read the article, Karina, it said Secret Service, and then
Mhm.
there's this issue, but it seems the Secret Service. There's a lot going on here
Yeah,
related,
it's not just
right?
food related.
Say it
Yeah.
again.
It's not just food related.
No, and I don't know, and I do see when I know, and I have to explain like what is so weird to me is this like blinking green sign, bing, 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 and then I see it's really far, so it is telling me that it's some kind of almost okay. Okay, it's coming to me. Sometimes they give you words like satellite docker station, if there's such a thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know,
a certain signal going to something.
right? It's
Yeah.
a pink, and
Yeah.
then I see that's why, and it shows me that there's these almost like I'm just not. Oh, it's funny. Remember how you said the word pods, the feds were in pods, but no, it's like these weird, like it's almost as if like you know how we have bikes, places to park bikes, but if you had satellites, where would you park them? And it is some
Like,
kind of like
yeah.
it think that these satellites. Oh, that's right. They have to transmit the thing somewhere. So
Hmm.
I feel like it's something about his property where they keep these signals going. Oh, because that's right. They're wow. And then I see now that I see in my mind the feds have satellite information now. They're looking at it. Like another room, another place, of law enforcement, more sophisticated, is looking at these maps and they can pick up where the signals are coming from.
Exactly. The
Wow.
green pink, that's what
Yes.
you just said exactly what I saw. The
Wow.
when you were saying the green, I saw like it was a stream going up to the satellites, like ping.
Yeah,
Like that's the signal that, and we've intercepted that signal.
that's it. That's right. And because I see that as like, you know, I'm trying to see what does it look like? It's a weird form. Like it's not a, it's a weird, you know, what it looks like to me. You know, the thing they have when you have with these office chairs, you have this extra, sometimes they sell this extra pillow for the back. That's the shape of it. It's a weird shape, the thing that maybe that's,
Hmm.
I don't know, but it's being, and then like it goes. But you know, and I see that there's a way, almost like more Morse code, like how many times it goes that it transmits the thing.
Right.
And it's saying it's on purpose done for something. Oh, that's right. They're like, you know, let's put it there because the guy has a business. So nobody's going to think that it's related to,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So,
We're gonna
oh,
hide this in plain sight.
that's right. And it shows me it's satellite farm. It's saying satellite farm, satellite signal farm. Wow. And then I see, go ahead.
Yeah,
That's
that
fascinating.
would make sense to what I saw too.
It's saying, you know, it show. Then I see the internet, like a regular cable in a city, like internet cable that travels to that bing, bing thing, and it sends to the satellite.
Hmm.
So the
Hmm.
regular information travels through normal internet first, and then it goes. So why? So I guess we can ask this question because now I've completely. What I'm getting is that I really forgot the guy. Like it's not. It's all about these signals that they're picking up from that location, and I do believe is the fact some sort of factory, like a warehouse-ish like architecture or something like that. Like this, I think it has a business. Maybe this is the farms. That's it. Something like that.
Right.
So I see that is like but my question is what was it? I have a question about it. What was it? Oh, why did they what okay, let's say this. What role do these signals and these satellites play for the Florida election? Okay. Did we ask
Hmm.
that? Like, okay, so
Yeah.
what role wow. Wow, 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 wow,
Yeah.
wow,
Oh my
wow.
God.
So I see that it goes one thing and it turns back something else. That's it.
Yeah,
It
isn't
goes
that
in, it
interesting?
comes out something else. Oh, it shows.
Hmm.
This is like a funny, how Spirit gives examples like, how imagine if you could sit in a scale and you like says 100x amount of pounds and you can, shave off maybe 50. And it's like, oh, I'm suddenly skinny. So, so like
That's
that's
great.
what it is.
And
It's
you,
like the
and
data is
I just heard you send your kid to school a girl or a boy, it comes back a girl. It's
yeah.
just
Oh,
flips it. It's opposite.
yeah, it's saying that it's like the plastic surgery. So we're gonna cut a little bit here, and we're gonna go. Oh, you don't know? It's me. No, yes, I've lost 60 pounds in 2 days. Oh, it works now. I use my mind. So it's saying that it's like a miraculous transform, and I see, okay, it shows,
Miraculous.
yeah, and it shows me a little loop. I see that the thing sping, and then it comes back renewed.
Yeah.
Oh, just as I
Yeah.
want it to be. Here,
And just,
okay, so
and you know what
before and
I've got
after.
too? Isn't it interesting that it's, you know, a GOP's mega mansion and everything that they went into? Of course, they're using these places.
No, but you know, no, it's saying this, Gwen. It's not his house, it's the factory,
No. Yeah.
right? So that's what I
Yeah.
got. And you know, it's saying the
But it's, yeah.
problem for him is that he has a now this is say we're gonna get because he has a contract with the Department of
With the
Defense. So
government, yeah.
technically you're using, sir, you're
Isn't that ironic?
here with
Wow.
the government, with the Department of
Yeah.
Defense. You're sending signals to Russia.
Yeah.
GRU more precisely. What do you think that is? What crime would you define that one as? So like because the guy is totally effed. He's totally effed. And
Totally.
because okay, so so other things I was looking up when I looked him up, there's these lawsuits. So I don't know if the news, I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but oh, they think it's some lawsuit that he owes money to somebody. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. It is
No.
the farm that they have.
Yeah.
So oh, and I see who's
Well, they can't say what's really happening.
oh, and you know what I think, see there's never the son. He's like, oh, he's like, you know how he's like get away, just go. You can't go into private property. You can't.
Yeah,
Stop.
exactly.
So, so like, oh, and he say, oh, you know, I see, wow, I see that the scientist was in the meeting. He's like, you're never gonna go into like a food business. No, don't ever think of that.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like
It
they're
has
just like,
nothing
they
to do
think
with
they're
the
so
food.
smart. They think they're so
Yeah.
smart.
We're gonna
Oh,
hide it in plain sight.
and then I see a phone call to Elon Musk, like, hey, Elon, there were some weird cars around here. They're like, no, I'm a genius, remember? Yeah, I invented computers. I invented laundromats. I created the sky.
Yeah.
So
Gosh.
so they're like, oh, okay, you take care of it, right, Elon? He's like, don't worry about it. So it's see those people, they make the types of mistakes. Oh, and you know what, so funny. You know what? And yesterday, Corinne, I was remembering, by the way, I know but I am enjoying. I think this is a very important conversation. I think we should.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
Love
I
it.
was remembering that I had, I don't know, this is why the video I had to edit, I forgot. I don't know where it was, but I remember you and I talking, I think it was yesterday, where Russian hackers were like, but I told him the algorithm is not right. He know nothing. He cannot add two numbers together. He telling me I'm genius. No, you're stupid. You just born there. You know nothing. I know nothing, right or wrong algorithm. A mess created. And then I die from building because of him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no, really, like, and then I see that I have compassion for them, kind of, you know, the hackers over there, like, oh, bitch, you know, you should. It's like they're like they blame him. They're like, you screwed it up. Of course, they trust the guy who has $1 billion. He does nothing. He get fat all day, right? Like it's so.
Yeah.
So it's just that's it. He made it. It was all Elon's and the GOP's fault because they believe they like they're saying those people are so stupid. They are.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
geniuses. They're like, oh no, just because it's. I feel like they don't trust their base. That they think their base is so stupid. So that's like it's so sloppy. So
It's so sloppy. That's the thing. They trusted the wrong idiot.
okay. So should we move on, Courtney? Or I still feel like
Yeah.
there's a question. Kind of just
Uh,
quickly, like, what is this
Go
going
ahead.
to lead to? What's next? Do the feds have more information like this in other parts of the country? Or like what does it make sense? Almost like what ranking does this have in terms of the information they may or may not have? Does it make sense?
What
Sort of
rank? Okay.
you know, sort of to say how far do they know more people like that? Have they found more place? Does it make sense? Like how
Yeah. Like if there's more, if this is a one up or if there's more like this,
right. That's right.
basically.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so what else do they have? Or what else do they have on their sleeve? That is like not I don't want to compromise, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
information.
yeah. And if something's not able to be said, we won't say it.
Oh, and you know, it's interesting. I had seen this before. I had somebody left a comment somewhere. I don't know if it was on my page. Said something like, "Oh, there's the satellites from Starlink are falling, like on the ground or something."
Yeah,
And I
actually, yeah.
And I saw that I don't know what agency is like, time to turn it off. We're being
Mm-hmm.
pretty long. We'll turn it off. Let's turn it off. So so they turn it off. And they're like, oh, what happened? Oh, nothing. Are you worried? Anything weird? No, no, it's normal, right? So they start to turn off these signals because they know, and I see they penetrate. I don't quite understand what they say. No, don't say anything, Rosie. Just that's enough
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that's
I
enough.
kind of get that
So they're
too.
like,
I'm not saying anything.
so so that's it. Saying that's enough. Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they're like taking
yeah.
essentially they're taking control. They're telling me they're taking control of the network. They're figuring
Mm-hmm.
out like almost like where it's show when a person has I forgot which exam it is that you have to take a liquid that has a color and then you go into a machine to see where it goes. Like I
Oh,
forgot which
like
exam.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Is it like circulation? I
Like
don't know.
yeah, I know. I've had one myself.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty,
It's
pretty,
you drink
I
something.
can't,
I think it's the stomach or
yeah, I know. I
something
can't.
like that. So anyway, so this is something similar, like where they will see you put the liquid and see where it leads you. It will trace.
Yeah.
That's it. It traces the entire network. So
And it's all over the country.
that's right. Oh, and I see there's kids. Oh, say, oh, look at Stanford kids. That's nice. Look at them. Oh, they're so smart. Look at the fancy colleges, huh? Gonna go straight to federal prison. That's nice.
Yeah.
So I
Got
see
your degree and guess where you're going?
right. No, but really, right? I do see these like you said all over the country. But there's these people that are like love Peter Thiel, right? They're like, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
budget for Peter. Yeah, it's very advanced. It's about destroying the government. Government people are so stupid. I'm a genius. So like, so it's
Yeah.
like people like that, very educated from very like well-off families. Some of them are involved in this. So interesting, no? So it's saying yes. So okay, so the bottom line, what I get here is that they have traced. Wow, they have traced, and I see there's hubs. Wow, different regions for the vote. That's it. They have these hubs.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's right. Because
Mm-hmm.
wow, okay,
Yep. It's all over.
I see they have these hubs, and you know what's saying. So what it is, Rosie, is that they see where the data is going, and they
Mm-hmm.
see. Oh, Dan is saying that's how Elon knew before. The Joe Rogan thing. Like, oh yeah, there's the data goes through, and they monitor where the data is going, what is coming back as, and that's how
Yeah.
that's. Oh, and from those hubs, that's the one. Like, hey, we got Florida. Where it's
Yeah.
at 7 p.m. Well, don't worry about it. I do it. I calculate with AI. It's very precise. It is. Don't worry about it because it's not right. It's like so.
No glitches whatsoever.
Oh, so so. Interesting. No, really, I love it, Karina. So, it's already given me an answer to something in the question of the comments, right? Someone's like, so, wow, I heard that Kamala's depressed and they haven't even looked at it. They're kind of barely doing anything about it.
Why
And
would anybody think that?
it's like, oh, and then now I'm getting no. They're like,
No.
and it shows me a phone battery like 93%. And they're like charging. And when it charges and I see the cars, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because they're gonna take down the networks. That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
Set for
Exactly.
set for down. Set for down. Mm. So
Yeah.
no, it feels
And
good. It feels
it does feel good. It does feel good. And
so.
I just want to say one thing about that's coming
Mhm.
to me to say. And it kind of does reference a little comment, but it's on the same thing about like, do we have, do you think our intelligence
Mhm.
is smart
Mhm.
enough to do this, basically? And when I read that, it's like I instantly got the message, we're the ones that took down bin Laden.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hello, we're the
Yeah,
ones,
that's
we
right.
did. And we're the ones that had Christopher Steele.
Mhm.
We're,
Mhm.
so we have the intelligence in place.
Right.
It's there. We don't need to worry about that.
Right. Yeah, but what I makes brings me comfort is that I see that those many different agencies, the agents feel very good about it, meaning they feel like they have it a lot. So they're like
Yes.
excited. They're happy. They feel, in other words, they're confident they can win. They're confident they have what they need already, and I feel like they're finishing up a few things and then start dealing with the logistics of operations. I'm gonna do
Operations of how it's going to go down.
right. Oh my God, exciting.
Got to
So
write the
I feel
ends.
very good, Karina. I feel very good. I feel,
Yeah,
and if
I do
somebody
too.
asks, like, are you sure? Rosie? Oh yeah, I am. Sorry, answer. Okay, no, really, I am. Are you, Karina? Sure about it, right?
You
I
know,
feel very,
exactly. we just had this discussion, and we feel so strongly that the truth is, this is the truth. It's out, it's getting out there. It is the truth. We are saying the truth. Now, sometimes we see things metaphorically, so details could change, but I have, and I'm sorry, but I just have to stand in my own truth. And whether people like it or not, whether I'm wrong or not, I don't care, because I have to be true to myself, and I'll be authentic, and this is who I am. So
Wonderful.
I'm just going to stand in that.
Excellent.
And I see what you see.
That's right. It feels very strong, Karina, this thing. I that we just
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move to the next slide. Next question. We're recording.
Okay.
So now Karina and I, so I
We'll
paused
say all that again.
after the question, just to make sure that we just to chit chat a little bit. So then, because I had told we had gone over this before we started recording, and now that we had done the just the first question, this one already feels so much more interesting to me. Because, right, Karina, don't you think it's like, we know why? They're like, oh,
Yes.
why it's a conspiracy? They call it immediately, instead of, because remember when the press used to be about investigating things that don't add up? Instead, they're like, oh no, it's just a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So let me just confirm why. Okay, why is the media calling the Starlink connection a conspiracy theory, but never addressing huge voting result discrepancies? It's saying, wow, and I see, wow, these bags literally like luggage. What is it? A hand briefcases full of cash, and they were paid. The newspaper people were paid, and not obviously not the employees, the owners or whatever. They're like, here's the money to make. It's like it's gonna keep coming. Okay, just certain things you don't talk about. Okay, something is saying some. Wait for us to tell you anything is saying related to the election. They're not literally saying it's not. They're not allowed to talk about it.
No.
Getting.
No.
So that's why. And I see that there's, well, how it's sad, some old time editors that are like drinking because they're so depressed because they're not allowed to investigate. Literally not allowed. So that's right.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
did you get it?
Yeah.
Tell me if you got anything
Yeah,
different.
it's the same thing. It's that it's a smoke screen. They can't say. They were not allowed to say. They're not allowed to. But you know what? I who's presenting to me? Oh my gosh. Maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. The young kid, oh my gosh, what's his name? He's blind. He's a young editor. He came out and then kind of disappeared because he kind of was the one that brought about the Me Too movement. Rowan?
Yes, the son of, okay, Mia Farrow's son.
Yeah. I see him and many others doing the underground work of the investigating. So there are reporters
doing
but
it,
they're not, the ones on TV are not allowed to say a word. You're right.
Okay.
Not allowed to say. They have to keep up this charade.
Wow. Okay. So interesting. Wow. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm feeling excited again, Karina, like so excited, happy about what, just like the one that we just all talk about. Okay, so we'll continue. Let's just move without, we don't need to, we can go to the next one. I think now it's just,
Yes.
okay.
Because
So
I think that's pretty obvious.
that's right.
You know.
So okay, so I did, Karina. I don't think, do we need to click? I clicked on the article. Do we? I don't think we need to like.
No, you can refer back to your, you can watch the other
so
video.
just so you know, guys, I looked up Starlink voting, and then it came out this result. Now, what's interesting about this result is that this website Teslarati. So you probably know this, that the Elon Musk, other than being a major a-hole, right? He he has all these. I think he buys all these. There's all these media companies that pump his company, essentially kind of tell lies about the company or sell it. So this is one of the websites that like puts out news about Tesla related to Tesla. In other words, very pro Elon Musk website. So what do they have? They put it on their website. Oh, so it's not the media. It's not like the corporate media that is putting out. It's Tesla's own network of websites, pro Tesla, pro Elon Musk. So they're bragging about it. So what the article says, so it links to an article in English from the Philippines, and it said that it's a common something. It's like the Philippine Commission of Elections is happy to announce that it has hired Starlink to work on the to connect. Oh, wow. You know what? I do. Okay. It's saying, something I remember this from this article. It said it's connecting rural areas that are hard to reach. This is exactly what Elon Musk said recently, that there were areas in the that's it. Oh my God. It's so if you're from intelligence agency or government listening to us here, just remember it's a witness thing. So right, like this is like corroborating evidence because it's the same language that they use. Oh, Tesla is working in rural areas, red states, rural areas to connect areas, the places that they don't have internet. And
Yes, we're so wonderful. We're helping.
uh, and the
Yeah.
same thing here. They're like, oh, okay, there's faraway areas in the Philippines now that there was all these connection problems with voting. No longer. I trust Starlink. And of course, I think it's the same government over there in the Philippines. There's a dictator guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard to do
I
something
just,
like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we know what that is. Like government's like, oh, hey, I found this guy. Elon Musk, he's an asshole, but there's something he does for us that I like. We can just like pick the votes, kind of like plastic surgery. You can pick your face. The same thing. You can just like order the number, and they give it to you. It's great. I love it. Really, right? But that's what I
Exactly.
get. So it's saying yes. Oh, and it's saying that wow, it shows me the U.S. military has already flown over there. So, and of course, they
In their
depend
stealth
on all these
bomber.
countries. And I see that the Philippines has bases, U.S. bases over there. Also, like, oh, listen, you had a contract with the Elon Musk, did you? So they're like, so you have a U.S. base, you have to pick because it's just they're like, oh no, don't worry about it, it's fine, no. And so of course they're not gonna fight the U.S. government on this.
No. Mm-mm.
So they're like, you know what, maybe we can have a look over this, turn it off now.
Yeah, turn it off.
So so that's what I need to do. But the fact that Tesla itself is bragging about it, that they
Because they can't, they're the ego, they can't
yeah, but
not.
and I feel like this was back, this was like, of course, before this whole, but they'd be like, oh, oh no, I'm a genius. Don't worry about it. I invented grilled cheese. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
like anything, he just takes credit for anything. Oh no,
yeah,
deals.
exactly.
Before me, there used to be no soda cans. I started
Yeah.
everything. Mhm. So,
I
so
invented that word.
so that's it. Oh, and it's telling me, Rosie, this is exactly, they're using exactly the same system. Now, Elon's very like, oh, I'm so smart. I know how to, plastic surgery for elections. Choose your face.
Yeah,
Give it to you.
yeah.
So he's so
And
this
it's
is
the
it.
same thing.
So it's the same,
Mhm.
same exact thing. Okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
and I see
exactly.
this room of like Russian hackers. No, 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 no. They're gonna find it. So they're like freaking out because it's saying now they figure out somehow I'm seeing this image of them being picked up by the US. Not physically picked up, but they're like, oh, the US figured it. Now it's not working. They're like, Elon, the terminal is not turning on anymore. What happened? And like,
Yeah.
so it's like they're getting the clue. It's kind of like something is dawning on them that something's happening. Elon's like, no. And so Elon's like, he's like on his drugs or whatever. It's like, no, no, I'm a genius. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Of the
So,
smartest people. Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
Wow.
geez.
Oh, can I tell you the image of
Wow. Wait, can I say something? I
uh,
just got like a hit. You know how he always says he hires people say he's not smart, but that he
guys?
hires very smart.
Mhm.
They are disgruntled
Oh,
employees.
good, good.
I just got a tap on my shoulder going,
Mm.
they're disgruntled employees. Do you know
Mm.
what disgruntled employees do?
That's right. That's right. Wow. Good. Very good. No, it's good. It's not good for us. Oh,
And
and it's
he has the smartest disgruntled employees. So yeah, we might play along with this game, but guess who we're going to be working with on the
oh,
down
that's
low?
right. Okay, but I
Eh,
shouldn't say more.
yeah. So
Like, no,
no,
it's good.
no, no.
But it's good. No, it's safe, but don't worry about it. It's like it's all on. It's on
I mean,
now.
that's obvious. Yeah.
And no, but it's telling me this, don't worry, because I was like, oh my God, that we got no, but it's saying, Rosie, the stuff we'll give you is safe. We wouldn't give you information that would put anybody in danger. So that's good.
No, exactly.
So that's good.
And
No,
if we start to say it, we get stopped.
okay, that's good. And they will tell them, we will tell you. Okay, no.
Yeah, we get stopped if we go to say it, and then we're not supposed to.
Oh, and it's
The
saying,
words won't come out of my mouth.
and it shows me that the spirit grabbing our head, like, okay, just look this way, look that way. We got you, remember? So
Yeah.
it's not your choice. We got you. So that's nice. Okay.
Exactly. It's like, you know what, we're
Mm.
the way I've been in the last this
Mhm.
last week since the election, I feel like I'm playing a game of charades because I'm getting so much. I've been in a constant stream, and it's like I get so much information. We have to try and decipher these little things.
That's right. It's
It's
great.
really challenging at times.
Yeah. No. But it's good. It feels good, right? And it feels very good. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll move to the next, right? Next stage.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what comes next after this. All right. Oh, okay. So now this one, okay. So now you know what? Do we watch? I think, Corinna, should we watch the video? There's a video connected. Do you want, I said that we were going to do that, but do we need to watch a video? I don't feel like,
What is it? Yeah. Thanks. I don't think we need to watch it unless you need
okay.
to, unless you
No,
want to
okay.
play it.
But you know what? No, it's saying, okay, let me close because you know what it is. Even though it's, okay, I'm going to stop share just 1 second because I need to close and open something else. You know what I'm getting also? It's like, because I keep like, oh, I don't, I'm like, do I even get this thing? Like, no, Rose, you explained it the other, it's fine. It's just, is it the words that you, okay. Oh, here it is, the link. So let's go to the, let's continue.
The words will come when you need to say
Okay,
it.
so this is, so it's, oh, it is record. Yeah, everything is, yeah, good. So we will watch it. It's 2 minutes long, and then we'll right. I think
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's saying that it's the words that you see, the words they use is important. It's telling me. Okay. All right. So then
Okay. Yeah,
share.
because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no. It's just I
Let's
saw something on a website. Well, let's see here. So share. Okay. So share. Okay. So okay. So now it's gonna play.
Coverage in Tulare County.
She's live in Visalia with a look at the process underway to count every ballot. Cassandra.
Del and Graciela, employees and volunteers were here at the Tulare County Registrar of Voters past midnight. They were making sure every ballot across the dozens of polling sites in the county were picked up and delivered here at the registrar. Tulare County poll sites stayed busy throughout Election Day. The Registrar of Voters expects the total number of ballots to reach around 160,000, about a 5% increase from the 2020 presidential election. Many of those young voters and those voting for the first time. Behind the scenes, between 350 and 400 volunteers making it all happen.
I just want to say thank you to all of our poll workers and our inspectors for making yesterday an amazing day. We didn't have long lines after 8 p.m. Everybody got processed and through those lines quickly, and that's due to all of their hard work and dedication that they do out at the poll sites.
Registrar Michelle Baldwin says access to connectivity was improved this year thanks to Starlink satellite internet. She adds early difficulties with the tabulator machine were quickly fixed and did not impact vote count.
What?
5 of the 10 volunteers assigned to the Exeter poll location did.
Okay, let's replay this part. This is big. Okay. Wow. Let's just listen to it again. Okay, let's see.
She adds early technical difficulties with the tabulator machine were quickly fixed.
Okay,
Connectivity was improved this year thanks to Starlink satellite internet. She adds early technical difficulties with the tabulator machine were quickly fixed and did not impact vote count.
No.
5 of the 10 volunteers assigned to the Exeter poll location did not show up. But Baldwin says all of the sites still ran smoothly and were able to be wrapped up with voters by the time polls closed at 8 p.m.
Okay. So wow.
See, now we know why Spirit told us to watch it.
That's it. I'm like, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Because okay, first of all, so this what the website I saw was Daily Code, something like that. They said that the issue, putting aside the Starlink issue, the problem is that in California, voting machines are not supposed to have any connectivity to the internet whatsoever, something like that. So the fact that they say it out loud, okay, that first of all, they have this connectivity, and the tabulator, she mentions the word.
Exactly.
The tabulator, it was fixed.
Oh, it was fixed all right.
Oh, so wow, that's interesting. I find it interesting. No, interesting.
It is interesting information.
Wow, like and it was saying it's so specific, Corina, that because someone says, oh, but maybe she missed it. No, it's so. How do you even know? Thanks to Starlink, and also because the whole claim about the Starlink is like, oh, we connect it's rural areas, far away areas. Like, what the hell are you doing in California, ho? Really, right, like it sounds
Yeah.
strange, right? Why would they do that? So now, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
the dots are starting to connect.
that's it. The confess. And so I have a question. I don't mean to this woman, God bless her. I don't know. She's of course, I don't want to, it's not about her, but since she's the one who was the witness, what does she, I guess, what I got is as I was watching her that she's been trained. And she's like, oh, that's right. I went to a class. There was 200 of us volunteers. They told us how to work with this Starlink. If there was an issue, there was a number we could call. There were people there helping us out. So,
Yeah. The
so
best. The best.
right.
Yeah.
Did you pick this up too? Because
Yeah.
I see that she's like, oh, but I went to the training. Nobody told me. And then some of the must be like, damn it, she didn't sign an NDA. And they're like, wow, okay, maybe so there's a holes everywhere. And it's
It's sloppy. It's sloppy.
yes, and you know what I'm getting? They're like, you know what, how Elon Musk is, he decides to not pay people,
Yeah.
right?
It
So
always comes
people
back to
don't show
bite you in
up.
the butt.
Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh, people like don't show up. He doesn't pay, they don't show up. So and I see that when people see this, they're like, "Did- hello? Hi, I saw the story in the news. Is that AFBI? I was working there. That's right. I know exactly what she did. I was there. I took that class too. Oh yeah, I did. I did. So
Yeah.
so people talk. It's saying that it's interesting. I'm not, again, I don't feel like I genuinely don't think this woman is necessarily quote unquote guilty of she didn't know. Honestly, she was like led into doing these things. She's not the mastermind. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of like she just did.
Exactly. It's the minions.
And it's saying that's right, is the GOP whatever machinery. But they're like they're so sloppy, and it's saying that shows me that it's the elite of the GOP that they love to pat each other on the back and they treat the employees like trash. So nobody, I get that
Yeah.
it's very easy to get them to talk, oh yeah, I know that guy. He was such
Yeah.
an asshole. And like I was having my bagel and they were like, wow, maybe you should try having eggs without bread next time. And I was like, wow, is it necessary? Like really rude, mean things because you know how that is. Like they're like that rude all the time, like to
Yeah.
people constantly. So they remember. So
They
yeah,
do remember. They
that's
do
right.
remember.
They remember. Mm.
Because you know what, I kind of feel like they're sitting in class and they're getting this, this program's amazing and look what it can do. And if you have any problems, you just call this number. It's amazing, and they're all hyped up. They're all excited. Like, this is going to be great. I don't think they have any clue what they're
Oh,
doing.
it's a bit, Corina, what's so funny? I was like, oh, let me just separate stuff to talk about today. Not right. And I'm like, look at how much information we got already. Like, wow, I feel like we're putting the right, really, I'm excited. So exciting, isn't it?
It
Wow.
is exciting.
Okay, so interesting. Hi.
Rosie and psychic investigator.
Oh, no, Rosie Corina, Rosie
Oh,
Corina.
Rosie Corina, psychic investigator at this point. That's
So
what it feels
wow,
like.
okay, so okay, hold on. So now
We
I'm gonna
need
go back.
capes.
Wow, so that was incredible. Okay, now let's
Yeah,
go.
that was fun.
Okay, wow, that was amazing. Okay, so now let's go to share. Okay, now we're gonna go to back to this. So then go. The next thing is issues related to Ukraine. So I was thinking about it. I've been thinking about Zelensky and everything. So because Ukraine, as everybody knows, is an issue that is very easy to figure out who's pro Putin and who's not, right? And we know everything everybody's not is not as shocking that Biden really loves Zelensky, right? And he really supports.
Yes.
And this is one of the reasons when people say, "Oh, but are you sure that Biden is going to do something?" And I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I just think he's a very loyal. I just think he'll never let Zelensky die like that. Honestly, I just
No,
he will not let it happen.
no.
This is why one of the reasons he has to do something because that's what's going to happen if because that was part of the deal. Even right, they're like, oh, we're just going to give Ukraine to Putin. Really, right? That's part of their
Yeah,
deal, the
well,
election.
exactly.
So,
Exactly. The whole
right.
thing. Yeah.
So I think
Not just that one part of it either. If they want
right,
the whole thing.
right. So Karina, I was thinking, what about if we okay, if we instead because this will happen to it's too broad. Let's just go here to the second question, which is the core of it. So, right, this two questions in one. Will JD Vance and Trump be able to harm Ukraine and NATO? In other words, will they get into the government, right? Or
Mhm.
will Kamala stay and defend Ukraine? Okay, so what's going to happen here? Let's see what's going to happen. Wow. funny. So show me Zelensky. Is he gonna be okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
More air support. Yeah. So wow, yeah, that's it. And
Mhm.
oh,
Not gonna
I was gonna
destroy it.
say interesting. Okay, so I got okay, so okay, so I got something here for this part. It's interesting, very clear to me. So yeah, I'll just say it. Okay, so first, when I was a child, there was the game called Playmobil. I think it's American. I think it was. It's little tiny little toys made out of plastic, and they used to
Mhm.
have sports and everything. So it shows me that JD Vance and Trump are like playing Playmobil. Like I'm gonna put a little road over there. Oh yeah, put Pam punching, bye Zelensky. Haha. They like think they're playing this game, but all they got is Playmobil, like a little toy set. And then
That's great.
you know what? You messed Putin. That's what you're gonna get now, Zelensky. But it's a Playmobil set, and it's like the child's room. And then I see Kamala in this huge room with like the fence, the screens, and everything. And so they're like, "Oh, listen, we have plans." Remember how Trump said "I have a concept of a
Of
plan."
concept.
Listen, I have a plan now. I'm ready. I have the plan. I had a concept, now I have a plan. And they're like, "Okay." They laugh at him. They're like, it was good. It was
It's
it.
written in crayon.
Wow. And I see they're telling him, it was nice while it lasted. Go back to the Playmobil now. Go back to and then I see that they're like, Trump's little hand with a handcuff, with a little hand, like, there you go, out the handcuff. Time to go back to
Tighten it up
complete.
so they don't slip
Wow.
off.
So that's what I see. That they talk about it, they brag about it, but not they don't even get close. And then
No, they don't even get
huge,
close.
sophisticated room with Kamala with her. She's wearing a pantsuit and she's beautiful. And she's wearing this navy pantsuit. And she's like, was that hello? And then she's like, but it's saying that oh, and then she's like, you know what? I'd like to announce a gift to President Zelensky. Now we're gonna have all these airplanes and we're gonna go through the air. He's like, we're gonna go to Poland and we're gonna give this. And Zelensky's like, wow, oh wow, guys, oh amazing. Wow, this was quite the Christmas present.
Yeah. Ooh,
Wow. So in other
wow.
words, the timing issue. It's like, wow, this is a big Christmas present. Thank you. We weren't expecting it. He was like, I was expecting another cold winter month of starvation. And I got goosebumps. Wow. So he's like, wow, that's nice. Thank you for your gift. We thought we were gonna be slaughtered next month, but
Oh,
it's nice to
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Uh
yeah,
so so it's like to me, Corinne, a very clear answer. So tell me what you got.
yeah. No, it's the same thing. I see him around, and it's the same thing. It's so I won't go with too much because it's pretty much the same.
Is that right?
He's around next year, and everything. Actually, what I did see, what came across in the middle of it, is like I saw a bunch of Russians
Mm.
rebuilding the like like. Guess what you get to do now? Now you get to help us rebuild.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. But you
Wow.
know what? Honestly, a lot of them are going to stay there and want to rebuild. You
Wow.
know, it's like
Yeah.
we'd rather live here anyway. So at
Wow.
least for a little
So
while longer.
So, Corina, okay, so what you're saying without saying it is, I don't think you meant to necessarily say it, but that's what I'm getting. Is that the war is going, because if you rebuild, that means the war is over. Is that correct?
That's what I see. I can't
Oh, next year.
guarantee timing, but that's what I see. They're
Mm.
going to help
Wow.
start rebuilding.
Oh, you know what I see?
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, I see. When I ask this question, I see I've always seen the coffin of Putin being glass, transparent glass. And I see that
Yeah.
is like, go there to the coffin. Hi, what's up? How's it going? Huh? So he won. That's right. And I say Putin dies and he win. And he's saying they were already winning right before Putin dies, but then Putin dies and it's like a huge celebration all over Europe. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
And it's wow, it gives me vibes of 1945, like when even though it's not never expanded as badly, but it's like, wow, trash is dead. Like the guy, he was so awful, right? Thank God.
It
Thank God.
is. And
Wow.
I'm sorry, I just got a cough. You know what? I was celebrating.
Mm,
I'm German
mm,
heritage. I've been Europe
mm,
many times.
mm.
I was at the Oktoberfest
Wow.
celebrating that.
Wow, that's nice.
So who knows?
Oh, and you know
Who
what
knows?
I always, it's so bizarre that I always see it I always see it whenever I never ask about him because I always see Victor Orban dying, and that's what it shows me again. It's like that's the only time he comes up in my dream, my visions. It's like dead. Oh, hi. What's up? So you know what I see that as soon as they hear that Putin is dead, then the agents of their own, they're like boom, boop, that's it, and they're like bye,
Yeah.
because they know he's a puppet, and they know and he's saying he's done terrible things for the country, but that's it. It's over. Like, and I see that all these aged people who love put, who are paid to love put, like, oh, I gotta go now. I gotta go on vacation. I see you later. And then they, people like suddenly a lot of people falling from buildings or something, and like, or whatever, like, oh,
Taking out the trash.
yeah. So it's like, well, they say, and I see all over, especially these countries, like, even the Moldova, all these places like that, where Putin, like people betray their own country. They say a lot of treason is they go meet the creator. Their time has come. Because really, like, there's no horrible crime, treason, like, right, to betray the interest of your own country for the trash garbage man. A horrible person. He's a horrible person, right? So people remember, and then
Exactly.
people start dropping, so like flies. So
Yeah.
that's right.
It has to, because
Wow.
exactly. Once you expose all this about, the election, it's kind of like, the question people sometimes ask about if they saw this, why didn't they arrest Trump a while ago? Well, you can't do that. I mean, you could, but all you're doing is taking one puppet out so they can put another puppet in. So you can't take the puppet out. You got to get to the root of the issue. And if we would have done that, there still would be that crime syndicate messing with everybody's elections. So we got to it's like the medical illness. You don't cure yourself by taking the top, all the stuff just to get rid of the symptoms. You got to get to that root of the issue and get it out. That's what we're doing. I basically see the shovel digging in the dirt. We got to get down and get the roots of all this, or it's just going to continue with us and every other country.
Wow.
So
That's great. So Karina, okay, so as you're saying this, I quickly read this last question. I just read it, but then an image came to my mind, an amazing image. The question, like, will Biden protect Zelensky? And I see Biden so happy. He's like putting his feet up. He's relaxed. He's like, who's laughing now?
he's laughing now.
He's so happy. And you know what I see? That he has a camera somewhere in the Russian, whatever, they can see and it's the Russian parliament. They're like, we receive news they are getting airplane for them. What are going to do? They're like, oh, how? And I see that he sends it, and it says that Biden gives the press a message. We send my regards to Russian Parliament now that we have delivered more weapons to Zelensky. And it's like, oh, did you enjoy your time? How was the elections coming up, huh?
They're about to go through some things.
So that's right. So, and I see, so interesting. Okay, so Corinna, tell me, because it was just like a spontaneous thing that came up. So if you pick up anything.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Exactly. Biden is not going to let that happen. No. And you know how you said earlier, I don't know if you said on this or when we were talking, you kind of like, it feels like Zelensky's his son.
Yes.
He's standing with, I'm sorry if I say the wrong, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Bo's the one that's passed over, right?
Yes.
Is he standing with Bo?
Yes.
Like Bo on the other side is just supporting him. So he has, Zelensky feels like Bo to him. Maybe is that it? Or is Bo helping him?
Yeah, totally. And I even feel like from another like past life connection, they feel very connected, Biden and Zelensky, very committed, connected.
Yeah. And I just saw the same image of him with the feet on the desk. He's not going to let he's got a cigar in his mouth too. It's like, there is no way he's going to let Zelensky
that's
fall.
That's right. And even like he's just like being ironic with like, oh, who's laughing now? Because he's laughing, so it was a surprise to the bad people. They thought they're going to get all the Americans and want to get rid of Zelensky. No way. So
exactly.
Good.
And it kind of,
wow.
it resembles what in the, a little earlier in the vision with him, but he's laughing like, you guys thought I was old and feeble.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, I forgot that. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Who's laughing now? I'm not
Wow.
old,
Oh,
feeble.
that's right. That's right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, and I see that. Oh, interesting. And then I see that who has a shy smile is Hunter Biden. It's like, oh. And then I see that finally is the moment when Biden says, how was it to play to make fun of my family? Hmm? Like he that's the only time he lets out how upset he was, right? Because they really targeted his family horribly, right? So
Exactly.
never really
And
shared
he's not a
whatever.
narcissist, but
That's
he's a
right. No.
Scorpio
So,
with a
but it's
stinger.
like, how was that? Did you enjoy hurting my family? He didn't say use those words, but it's like, I hope you can find a lot of laptops laying around. So, so that's good. So that feels good. Okay, wow, I'm loving all. Okay, so that next, let's see next. Okay, so I think it's Putin related. Oh no, wow, wow, a lot of bombshells today, huh? Okay,
Oh yeah, yeah.
wow. Oh, it's an amazing. But it's okay. Wow. So this is Corina discussed this. So guys, on the day of the election, and this is the whole thing about the press. Did you ever hear again about the bomb threats? No, me neither. Me neither.
Not anything.
And the whole thing on it was like, oh well, Democrats, they miscalculated. And one thing I saw was like, women didn't really show up. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So another thing that was huge is like Georgia Secretary of State announced he brought Russia bomb threats. What does he know? Why did he go public when so many did not? And then this comment was very interesting because I remember I watched it very quickly, and it was this person said Raffensperger's body language communicated that he was scared to death. I got it. I remember like he was like, yes, it was Russia. But and immediately what I picked, and now that I'm saying this, I picked up that he was told to say it. He had to say it by the government, was told like to go say it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I don't,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the question. What, okay. Oh, maybe you should start like that. Why did he make that statement and say, why did he say that? Because just to confirm, if we pick up something about, because that's what I got. Yes, I see Biden called from his office and the president say that you must state this is confirmed to be Russia. Now you have to say, tell the population what's going on. And he said it then, that he was, I mean, I don't feel like they had much resistance to it, to saying it, but he just did what he was told. Because he's afraid of, oh, that makes sense. That Trump really hates him, this guy, right? Trump,
Exactly. Exactly.
right. And he's
Exactly.
afraid for his life that if
He
Trump,
is, and he's after it. And I lived in Georgia when all this would happen, so I can really, I know a lot of the underground details about that. About there was an investigation.
Mhm.
Actually, I can't say that.
Okay.
Let me say something in a
Mhm.
different way.
Mm.
No, I'm not. I can't.
Okay, that's okay.
If
But
the words
still,
are not allowed
but
to come out.
it's saying, so the reason, so we got this part of, yes, the government told him to do it and he was fine because he is, look, and I see that he's scared for his life because of Trump, honestly. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then now the question, go back to this other part of the question here. What does he know? We answered okay, why did he put? Because the government told him to. What does he know? So he told the public about. So what does he know about these bomb threats? Maybe what a spirit allows us to say about it, right? So
Yeah, that would be a better question.
about these bomb threats, saying a lot of them all over, and it's saying the government pushed. Wow, they told Republic when they heard about this, they told these other states to say it. They did not. So there were more than they were, it's saying 53 or like a lot of them all over the country in the specific states. And
Yeah.
they were not
Mm-hmm.
told. The public
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know how many of them there were. And
Mm-hmm.
the GOP states refused to say something. So
Yeah.
that's it's saying, and it's saying the FBI knows that in itself is a crime
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
it's a terrorist thing. So wow, okay. So what does he know? Why? Okay, so what does he know? It's saying that's right. He
Being
saw it
handled. Let's
happening.
just say that.
What,
Yeah.
say it again?
He knows. He knows what's happening, but
Yeah.
he can't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he knows the number. He saw it happening. He heard
Yeah.
the recordings of it. So, okay, there's a lot. Okay, so there's a way of knowing where it came from and everything. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, and he's saying the Russians wanted to know it was them. Wow. Weird, right? Why would you do that? Oh, because Putin is upset because he's helping Zelensky. Hmm. Okay. So,
Mm.
okay. Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, now this is the question. I think maybe one of the most important questions. to me. I think, like, does Biden think of the bomb threats and election stealing as an act of war? Because that's what I thought, right? How does he see a payback situation? So first part is, does he see that this was, as I thought, you two recognize this is an act of war. How
Mhm.
does Biden see the situation? Okay, so say code red. Is that right? Is there like the high? Yes. So it's saying that the only thing that didn't happen were deaths, but this was definitely a coordinated terrorist attack. It's saying because, oh no, but he did hurt the American people. He attacked the civil rights of the American people. That's it.
Mhm.
A
Yeah,
terrorist attack against the civil rights of the American people. Wow,
which is an act of war.
that's it. So yes, he's saying there were no deaths technically, but this was an attack on the rights of my people. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yes, for sure. And I see
Because
that,
warfare
wow. Okay.
warfare can be carried out without weapons,
Wow.
is what I got. So information can even be an act of war
Wow.
in this aspect.
Wow. So wow, deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So then
So it takes me back to the situation room.
okay,
So
go ahead.
he knows and he feels that way. It's they're on it. They're monitoring that it is an act of war, and it's like I see phones ringing everywhere. Like every agency, every country, red alert, like you said, red alert.
Wow. And I see for some reason it's showing me, I think, what is the name of the head of the Pentagon? I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
his name,
I
but
don't know who it is,
I
but
see I see
that's,
it's African
I
American.
just don't want to say it. Yeah,
Immediately called to, it's like, okay, so it's like is code red or something. So they're planning, they're like, and I see that it's like now the details of the military, the Secretary Lloyd Austin, right? I think that's the Secretary of Defense. So they're like, yes, it's a war. We're monitoring the situation. It's like it's attack on the US. That's it. So they are. So I mean, I think I know the answer. This is not, I know the answer why they didn't do anything on at the time, but could they have, like for example, 9/11, they shut the airwaves, like stuff like that. So could why I know why, but I still feel like we should ask, why didn't they do something then in the middle of it? In the middle of the day of the election? Why couldn't they just do right something more abrasive or bigger? Okay.
our
Uh,
people.
yes, our people. Why didn't we do something
Okay.
on that very day? Why was it not announced? Okay, let's see. They're like, shh. They say it's on
Mm,
purpose. It's
yeah,
better, they say, because then it would create chaos and they would have a narrative. Oh, look at this, they're attacking us because President Trump or whatever. So it would,
exactly. They
it
need
would,
proof,
that's
just
right.
like we stated before. You can't accuse, you must prove. They needed to carry
Oh,
it
okay.
out.
Okay. Oh, and I'm getting something interesting also, that a lot of the GOP operators, of course, knew that this was going on or this was going to happen, and they're very nervous because they know the law enforcement know, because they called or they did all these things, but there's too much silence. They know something is up because there's
Exactly.
the silence for them too. Like, wait, so they know how this happened? They said no. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
Oh
take
yeah.
over the country, no big deal.
Wow. Oh, but then
Sure.
I see, what's so interesting? You know how we have this like nagging feeling that Kamala is the winner. We know that. And they're like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. They're telling them, no. Trump is the president. We're gonna get rid of all these people that don't like him. We're gonna put him in
yeah,
prison. Don't worry. And they're like, but then at night, they go to bed and they're like, see a handcuff.
yeah.
They're like, what is that? And they hear noise. It's like they think it's the FBI coming for them. Eventually they will. But they're like, but then they say, no, don't worry about it. It's the people that are jealous of President Trump. He won fairly. The American people love him. Look at the numbers.
Yeah,
They don't feel it. It's saying they just don't feel it in their gut. They know they stole it. They know, and it's
yeah,
saying the past they did it, but it was much more under the rug. That's it. But
exactly.
it's saying
Exactly.
the stealing is too much, too
Yeah,
blatant.
yeah. They
So
can see it too.
that's
You
right.
know, I'm going back to, remember that line that came in that I said earlier,
Mhm,
truth is in the body. Your body will
mhm,
tell you the truth
mhm.
every time, if you listen, and
Wow.
they can feel it too,
Mhm.
just like we can all feel the truth.
Wow.
We
Mhm,
all know this is real, this is true. They
mhm.
stole the election.
That's
They
right.
can feel it too. It's
Mhm.
too obvious.
That's right.
They can
Wow.
feel it
Okay.
in their bodies, and I can pick up on that.
And you know what I see also, some people, and I do think this is also divine connected, that a lot of those, some of these GOP have already called the cops and like, I have to confess, I did, they can't, they are like, it's good for them because, but it's saying like, it's already kind of falling apart. And this, people are like, trying, right? So, okay, Patty's saying,
Yeah, and I don't know what's happening out in there in the public, but I just got an image of Trump like already, is he already screaming at everybody? Like, I feel like he's yelling at everybody like, I'm going to do this to you and I'm going to do this to you. But they're starting to see all that and they're starting to panic.
Wow,
They
interesting.
know what's coming their way if he gets in there, so they're scared too.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So, okay, let's see. Wait, okay, so let's see what's next. Okay. So I think we already had the answer, right? Will Putin finally gets his comeuppance? Okay, let's see. Is Biden going to do something to Putin directly more serious than just the thing to helping Zelensky? Okay, let's see. Is right? Does it make sense, Karina?
Yeah.
Is it like what the person is saying? Could the Biden definitely be giving up Zelensky, but what NATO, or will they do something else? Do you pick up on it? See what is, interesting. No, I see that they're going to expose. It's saying exposing the truth is worse.
Is the thing exactly?
Is worse
And
than
it's
hurting
a house
you
of cards,
physically or something.
right? It's a house of cards that will naturally happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and I talk about all the time. One thing leads to it's a natural succession.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like he doesn't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I say that, it sounds like there's nothing going to happen. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that the events that take place lend to all that being corrected.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Wow. Okay.
Everything will take its place.
Wow. Very good. Wow. Exciting, Greta. Very good. Very good. Yeah, and it shows me this. I see that Biden lifts. Wow, he lifts the like almost like a sofa cover. Like he lifts the cover of everything and it shows. And I see like, it's if you see like I did found a couple weeks ago, I found there was like these little tiny roaches. I saw their nest. I found them. It's like, but it's saying that, like, but imagine all the people that were for putting here in this country. They're like, ta-da, ta-da. They're
Yeah.
exposed. And they're like,
Yeah.
so then he exposes the entire network. And it's saying Biden does it at once. Like, the people that were working for, like, they had the names of the people for working for remember the propaganda network, something like that. So all of this is exposed quickly.
Oh my, yes.
So, and it shows me, because this happened with Obama, I remember, that there's all these quote unquote diplomats that are going to have to leave the country really quickly because they were part of this. So the ones that can leave, the ones that can't go to prison. So that's so wow, very interesting. Okay. And it's saying, but in a way, I know it sounds like, because it's such a horrible situation for us to be going through this, but the fact that they went into something that was like war allows Biden to take down these networks at once, whereas you would take years, sometimes a decade, in the FBI investigating, finding every little thing. Now they were caught in the act. So
yeah,
it just goes like that, and everybody goes down pretty much very quickly at once.
Yeah.
So that's good for us, right?
The network, it's a whole group network syndicate
That's right.
thing.
Right.
So it all exposes everything. Yeah. And I just want to tell you a little, I even hate the image, but I got an image of January 6th. And you know how they said Trump, everything was happening and he was sitting in the dining room eating, not caring a thing. And it's like, this time it was the opposite. Joe Biden's sitting in the dining room eating, and everybody's getting arrested, everything's going down, they're grabbing. He's just sitting there eating his lunch, watching it, going, yeah, this is great. And it's like, I almost feel like Trump's on the phone to, hey, you gotta do something. You got, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna sit here and eat my lunch.
Wow. It's funny. Yeah, no, it's interesting. Very interesting. Very good. Okay. Very good. Feels good, right, Karina? Feels good.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So, but I think let's see what's next. All right. Oh, okay. So this is it the last? So I guess this is, because remember, this was the last. Oh, no, hold on. Oh, the Veterans Day is
That's the last one.
Yeah. So this is the last. So, interesting. Melania. I was very, that's no problem, no problem. I have pretty body. I skinny. I have chicken. So okay. Anyway, so Melania. So they literally I saw I don't have it here, but it's okay. You can imagine it's like one of those talk shows, Russian, and then it was like a photo of her like Playboy style type photo. I mean, it didn't show the parts, but it was like blurred, but you could tell. And
Yeah.
they made it known that it was naked. Like they said it, spelled it out. So why the question is like, what was the message they were sending to Trump? Why were they doing that? Okay, what is it? Saying humiliating the
Hmm.
US and saying that we own Trump and the US. So it's establishing a relationship where they're like, it's clear to the world who owns it because it's saying they will humiliate Trump. And even wow, and I see they have all these pictures of JD Vance in makeup and everything, more than the drag ones. They have more. A lot of
Hmm.
pictures of him at parties. So so it's saying they would put those. Oh, look at
It's
how
yeah,
American president, how he looks nice, in the bedroom. Like they were ready for it to show
yeah,
the world how both they were above, quote unquote, they could humiliate the Americans, and also nothing would happen to them, and the Americans would even give them things as they humiliate them. Okay, so it's saying this, and it's saying Putin knows that this would create a sense of urgency in Trump and trying to do everything he wanted fast.
yeah.
That's it.
It, it's you better. It's see. It's too. I pick up. This is your message to fall in line quickly.
Mhm. Okay.
Both of you.
Hmm.
Both of you, because she doesn't want to be there.
Hmm. That's right.
She's
So
doesn't want to be there at all. So that's her message too, to stick around and stay in her lane.
that's right. But I got a feeling that she doesn't really care too much either. And then she's like, "Oh, I don't really care." That she's tired of this whole thing.
Yeah,
She
she doesn't want
hates
to be there.
Washington. She hates the idea she has to go back to Washington. And she's like, I really don't care. I want the jacket again. I'm going to wear it.
That's her.
So it's like she's like, I do. And then she's like, I want to wear this every day. I don't care. Do you want to care? I
No,
don't.
she doesn't care because she thought she was a free woman.
That's
She didn't
right.
think this was going to
Wow.
happen
That's it. So she's like,
either. She was praying it wasn't. I can see her in the voting box, kind of going, looking over her shoulders and going, Kamala Harris, can I get this ink any darker in this
yeah.
circle?
Well, I don't know. And honestly, I don't know that she did like vote for her, but I think, because
Well,
she's like Trump, right?
she doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, no, but she's like, so she
Oh
hates it.
yeah,
So
she's there for the money, but she doesn't want to be there
no, that's right. And she's like, oh, she hates that she has to show up.
because
And I
she could
think,
leave anytime she wants. But
yeah, and I even
yeah,
think
she could.
honestly that she would like
Oh no, she really
but
can't. But
he's with somebody else. I'm tired of it. Get together with the younger girl. I'm tired. So so like
yeah,
she's annoyed, she wants to go. And so she doesn't she's not I don't feel like she's worried, but she's kind of laughing behind us. Kind of. So anyway, so that's that. Wow. Okay. So the
well, I
answers,
think she
right?
also knows the truth about his health. Yeah, she knows
Mhm,
the truth about his health too.
mhm,
So
mm,
she, you know,
mm.
she
Interesting.
doesn't have to hang around too long.
Wow. Wow, you know what I see? Weird. And then we'll go to next. I see Peter Thiel offering her money to leave the country because I feel like they know that Trump is going to go somehow. And they're like, Melania, you can go, here's $30 million, whatever, go buy a house somewhere, go to Europe, go live your life, just go. And so that Trump kind of goes away and it's like, she's like, oh, he's like, you just have to go to the funeral and act like you care. And then, here's the money. And she's like, oh, okay, sounds good. I like it. I like it. Thank you, Peter. Mm. Like, so she's happy, I feel like, with this. And I see it didn't even happen. It's saying yes. They're saying if anything, if you want, they want her out of the country for some reason. Because I
Mm.
feel like they're like, oh, he's not well, is he? Oh, and I see that they have a letter, almost like they're gonna write a letter, like, now you're gonna sign this. And wow, and it's saying, we're gonna pardon you, President Trump. And they probably do. Like not do they would probably like they don't get to that point, but like
Yeah.
they mean it. They would pardon him. They're like, oh, we just offer it to pardon him, give him money, just go away, just go somewhere else and let us take over the country. So
Oh
wow.
yeah, they would do that
So
in a heartbeat. Pardon all of
So
them in a heartbeat.
that was, wow, interesting. Okay, so that's it. That's this part. And like, but you know what I'm getting also, that there's not going to be another one of these things, because I don't think that it's this charade is not going to go on for much longer. I get. Okay.
No, yeah. The light, you know,
Mhm.
it's we can't survive in the light.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So now is the last question, of the last issue of the day question. Okay, so today's Veterans Day. So just, if with spirits, veteran spirits have something to say about the situation that is happening. Anyone? Okay, here. Okay, let's see. If you pick up something, let me know. Like, go, you can get started. Okay, just,
Okay.
which um
Ruth Bader Ginsburg just always presents.
Justine, tell me. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I heard her say, "I'm back, baby, I'm back." I don't know. Justice is coming. I'm sorry. Justice is coming. Who's she sitting with? Is Maya Angelou passed over? Why would she be there? Mm-hmm. Do they? I'm hearing all those trumpets play like at Arlington.
Mm.
I'm almost feel I'm almost feeling those spirits.
Say it again. There's something spirits.
I'm almost feeling like the spirits at Arlington.
Mm.
Like they're not going to let this. There's too much. Yeah, I'm not getting any into. I'm just getting a bigger message.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Spirit is behind this. You know, just like the universe is behind it. Spirit's behind it. Oh, you know, it's a momentum. I hear we're gathering. It's like, I don't know. And then I'm back in the courtroom, and it's like the door is open, and it's like we are just flooded with all this. We're flooded with this help. So it isn't even an individual spirit. It's just a energy of that. So I'm just getting this big picture of help from
Mm.
all of them.
Okay.
And I can see all their faces, but I'm not getting any individual messages.
Okay. Okay. So no,
You
because
probably will.
yeah, it's interesting. I got General Patton. He's like, what took you so long? God, what the hell? And I see that he's like showing this image as if he's chopping up Trump with a knife, like, like cutting a piece of meat or something. That
Yeah.
will chop him up quickly. It's saying treason is not, you can never have treason in an army at all. And I see that he's upset because look at how it's like thousands of people died in World War II. For what? To let this mofo walk around? Think about, it's like people's our lives mattered. We made sacrifices for what? For this trash? And I see
Exactly.
that he was like, he said back in the day, he's kind of saying back in the day when there's a war, if there was one funny guy like that, would just take him to the corner and shoot him in the back. Like, boom, that's it. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you think that's funny? You like them out? Okay, boom, bye. Because you don't need those people. It's a war. People are dying. It's dangerous. So it's somebody who is sympathetic to the enemy. You don't want discussion. You get rid of them. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what? Why insane? And I see that he's like, if he was in my infantry, if he was, I was like, boom, that's it. Mother, the guy comes with that face, bah. That's it. Get rid of him. Because it's saying in the army there is a thing where you can shoot people for cowardice, and also of course treason, but it's saying that the guy he has no character. He's empty.
No,
He's a
no,
charlatan.
there's no honor, there's no character,
That's
there's no
right.
nothing.
So, and I
And that,
see that it shows like kind of like what you saw. I see these hundreds of thousands, like, huh, is that right? Like hundreds of thousands of
yeah,
of people who died, and I see them like they
yes,
died with the wounds, like that died with, like one without a leg, one without the face, and like these are how people died for this trash.
yes.
It's saying stand up America. And it's saying, wow. And he's like, I have a message for all of you who will care about the feelings of the motherfuckers who got a little problem with the treason motherfucker. He's like, oh, you do have a problem with that? Do you know how many people die so you can have the beer gut belly of yours? It's saying like, get over yourself. Stop whining.
Yeah.
It's like he's pissed that anyone
Don't let them take our
cares.
honor. Don't let them take our
That's
honor.
right. And it's saying, who cares about it's like, so you're saying, in other words, the lowest trash has now is on the top of the table. Oh, I have a problem with this. Oh, I have a problem with that. Go to the corner, get shot then.
Yeah, yeah. We don't
So
want to hurt their feelings.
it's saying that that's right. People are manipulated. He's kind of saying you have to have values. And I was telling you, Rosie, you did something right. You want to know the whistle, like you have to be like
Yeah,
that. You take a risk, you stand for something, period. Go with it. That's how you live. You always have to stand for something. Those people, they're like, well, but there's a guy and you see, oh, the bully of the class has a problem with somebody, and you gotta give him a hug. No, get rid of him.
yeah,
And it's
exactly.
saying this is like he sort of said this is killing it's killing team spirit. It kills the American spirit because you let it's saying, and from his perspective, it's like the worst people in the class, the worst people in the battalion, they got to rule now. And then this is what happens. You have to treat this not disobedience, it's like disrespect carefully and quickly, immediately, because then the
Hmm.
is respect others, they get bigger and bigger, and he shows me from his perspective like the worst soldiers, the worst people were always the one like that, like it's like Trump reminds him of those types of people. It's like
Yeah,
he had the bone spurs, and people want to clap for the coward. Oh, how nice.
exactly,
You want to clap
exactly.
for the coward? Go for a war with a coward, see what happens to you.
Yeah,
You die. It's saying.
yeah.
So that's it. So this is it. So if oh, somebody has who's gonna react? Guess what? Get over yourself is the first step. Okay. So it's like he's like this is what is exasperates him. This idea that we have, oh, are they gonna do something? Are they really gonna do something? Look at the guy, he can't even handle this thing. He doesn't know how to shoot. He doesn't know how to do anything. All he does is smoke pot and drink all day and complain about the government. Do you think these people are going to show up when it matters? No, they are not. So you don't have to worry about nothing.
No,
So
yeah,
that's it. It's interesting. And I see the troops like clap. Yeah, that's it. It's saying it's like quite simple,
exactly.
not complicated. There's the right and the wrong. And
Yeah.
oh, but Fox News, oh my God, look at them. Oh, but there's a guy in the corner who ate everybody's food and now he's crying. What the hell? And he's like, he doesn't get it. He's like, wow, people are just fooled. It's like, so
Hmm.
what? Like, just get over it. Like, you have values, stand for the things that matter, it's saying.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. You have to not be afraid
oh,
to take a stance sometimes, and whether it's scary or you don't know what's coming or whatever, but there's times in your life where you just have to take a stance, and this is the time. And if we don't take a stance and right now,
wow.
well, you won't get another chance, you
That's
know?
right.
So that's why I think too, that's why there's so many, that's why we're seeing the Arlington, or because it's that force behind it. We, like you said, I see him all wounded too. We're not letting you take this honor we did.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, no,
No.
no, no way, no way.
Yeah,
So,
wow, no, yeah. And I see it's the general, he's like, no. And I see him literally kicking Trump to the curb. Just kick the guy in the butt. He's gonna fall. He does, I say, has no balance. His health is,
no.
he has no balance. He has to wear high heels, Rosie, he tells me. And walk. So just kick him. He's gonna fall. It's not complicated. And it's saying people think that where's the support? He can't even walk.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, he's so his support. Oh my God, again. The lowest people in the class, they have, what about Johnny who hits everybody? Oh, he gets hit in the face now. That's it. So it's like, that's it. He's
Hit him
like,
back. Who
yeah.
cares?
So that's it. So to him, he doesn't, and I feel it was interesting. He's not worried at all about, no, he's not command. No. So no, I
Yeah,
don't feel like to them it's like not even a thing. It's not even it's not a non-starter.
it's not
So
going to happen.
wow, and it's saying, okay, wow, it's so weird. Sometimes when this whole it's very interesting. And I see like, okay, Rosie, I know you're worried. You're worried that sometimes people say, what if we're lying? What do you think how could you ever make that up?
I
Like
know,
how could your
exactly.
mind make up this stuff so fast? No, you
I
can't.
couldn't even I couldn't
Right?
even conceive this stuff.
Oh, that's right. And it's saying you're feeling light. If you're like making it up or something, you'll be like, what do I that's right. No, interesting. So they're like, don't worry about it. And it's like, don't worry about it. Yeah, haters, you know what? Screw them. So so whatever. They're not it's like, don't worry. It's just like, don't worry about it. So it's saying the important thing, a message to the American people is to have values so that when things happen, you will know what to stand for. That's the number one
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
So, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Very good. So thank you for your wow. Thank you for your service.
That was so
Everybody.
fun. Yeah, that was so fun. It's like I love how
Oh,
once that's how it is with us, that's what people have to understand. Sometimes we just start talking and it's like the
wow, I
stuff
love
just
it.
starts bouncing
I
off
love it. No,
us.
seriously, right? It's amazing. Today was, and I honestly I had no expectation. I just whatever, but it was amazing. I loved it today.
It
So,
was fun.
okay,
That was
wow.
great.
Oh
Such
yes,
good information too.
I know.
It helps.
So we're gonna pause the recording,
Okay.
right? Okay,
Yep.
Karina? Yeah, we're ready? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.